Hey, afternoon, everybody. This is KT and Micah, and we're back from a little bit of a hiatus from last week, so we're going to start again with another podcast. And today we will be talking about what we're going to do for next year. What are our plans? The year's winding down, so let's see what's going to happen.
So I guess like after this year, whatever plans you had got pushed aside. So hopefully this is everything that I'm about to say is based off hope. So
Yeah.
I hope
Okay.
that next year I will get to travel a little bit more than what I did this year. This year, the most of the traveling I did was taking care of family business. But besides that, it really was no traveling for pleasure or to enjoy anything. So I'm hoping next year I want to do some traveling, maybe go out of the country if it's possible. I'm thinking maybe either a South American country or maybe going somewhere over in Europe and spending like a week and just doing some traveling and just to see something different.
Yeah.
That's my hope to do stuff. Sometimes this year threw everything off. I'm not going to get into too much stuff. I'll let you say some stuff too, but still, traveling is one of the things I want to do.
Yeah.
I want to at least travel to 2 different places, maybe one big trip and one small trip. But I want to do some traveling because this year it's been a bust.
Say it one more time and we'll believe you. What do you want to do?
I want to do some traveling.
Okay. Well, no, I'm with that. Now a lot of people are saying, though, even though you may not be able to go outside the country at the moment. Actually, I don't even know, if countries are letting Americans in. I know we're allowing people to come back in slowly. I don't think Canada's letting us in right now anyways either. So can't even go to the north, of us.
A couple of months ago, I looked at a thing, and it was like Iran and somewhere else was letting Americans in.
That's because they're killing us.
Everyone else was shutting us off.
Pretty much. So now's a good time to kind of get to know the country. We just did a trip to Orlando and spent time there, gallivanting around and doing a lot of things we haven't done before in Orlando. Of course, safely, wearing masks, social distancing, the whole nine, everything you're supposed to do. But yeah, that's one of my things too. I'd like to get back out there and travel. We usually go at least once or twice outside of the country. But yeah, this just put a total killjoy on everything. So not too much you can do, but yes, hope I can travel. What's another one you got?
Another one is that one big plan that I have is I'm looking forward to purchasing a condo next year.
Okay.
To own. That probably won't be until towards the very end of next year, but that's going to be the main goal. I've been saving money for the past few years, and for a down payment, and also to get myself in a situation to do it. And I'm hoping I got a good deal from the place that I rent from right now.
Mm-hmm.
She offered me, a good price to buy for it at the end of next year. For this area, it's good. I can't turn it down. So I'm hopefully that'll be something I'll be doing.
For you, home ownership. We, as far as that, we go back and forth. Me and my husband. We don't know if we want to pursue taking on a house or not. But that could be a whole nother podcast. So let's actually save that for a whole nother podcast. Honestly, home ownership versus non-home ownership. That will be a good one.
All right.
No, for real. But yeah, that's a good goal, great goal to have. I guess as always for people who are entering a new year, I'm trying to still lose some of these lbs, pounds. That is. I go to the gym on the regular, at least 5 to 6 days a week, and I do a lot of outdoor activities and stuff. But still, even if you do that, some of the COVID food is snuck up on you, so. Doesn't hurt to still continue on a good, healthy diet in order to maintain my goal, to reach a further goal that I've got in mind, and we'll see what happens. So it's one of mine.
Yeah, I have to say that's one of my goals too. That's always been a goal, and actually it's not just going to be a goal for next year. I'm going to start it this year, going into next year. But yeah, I do need to lose some weight. I'm getting to the age where. I can't keep living the way I've been living. I've been trying to do better, but I've got to do more. I don't want to be one of those guys that are, that's at the end of his life still trying to hang on to eating pizzas and fried chicken and
Yes.
pops all the time. And I mean, that's something that I've started already. Is like I've cut out pop. I probably had maybe 2 pops, and I'm talking like canned pops, in probably the past maybe 2 or 3 months.
Not gonna lie, it's a whole nother podcast we need to do also, eating health. I'm just jotting these things down as we go, honestly, because it's like I'll end up forgetting it, and honestly, these are things that we could totally go over. And they're only 15-minute podcasts. We can do this. So,
all right. Well, we'll save it. But yeah, that's one of my goals too, is lose weight.
Yeah.
Another one that I have, and this is a plan that I want to do. Now, this is out of my power, and that's to go to some baseball games, go to some sporting events. This year, I was supposed to be going to 4 baseball games.
Yeah.
End up going to none of them.
well, you get refunds at least. At least you get refunds.
I got the refund, but it's not the same. I mean, I was really looking forward to. There was a friend of mine who had never been to a baseball game, so I got some tickets for them.
Yeah.
There was another friend who he just had a kid earlier this year, and I was like, you know what? By the time August comes around, she'll be a certain age.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we can take her and you guys, and we go see a baseball game. We'll have a good time. And then COVID said, "Well, don't think so, buddy."
COVID said, I don't think so. Yeah. All right. Okay. With you on the thing of baseball, I do want to make a little bit of correction. On our Wide World of Sports episode, I said I don't really care about the Rays. And I still kind of don't, but I did want the Rays to win the World Series only because hockey won, their Stanley Cup. There's a really, really good chance that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to be winning the Super Bowl in their hometown.
Buccaneers are looking good this year.
They're looking very good. And no, I'm not a Tom Brady fan. And yes, the Bucs are 3rd on my list or 4th actually on my list of football teams. However, it would have been super dope for the Rays to win, and for 3. It would have been also for 3 teams to win. And
it was close.
Town, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
I do care about the Rays a little bit, but only for that reason.
I thought about that when I was watching the games. I was like, there's no way she's not a little bit excited about the Rays being in the World Series.
Yeah, I got a little stoked. I got a little stoked there. That was I was looking. I didn't watch any of the games. I'll be honest with you. I didn't watch any of them at all. Mainly because I have streaming services and not live TV. But maybe
I watched them. I watched all of. I think I watched all of them. I probably missed maybe the first. Maybe like 2 of them I missed, but 4 of the 6 games I watched, and they're entertaining. I mean, there were some spots where I just thought the Dodgers were just gonna go right through the Rays, but they came back, and I just feel like, and this is real quick because I know this is a brief podcast that we have. I just feel like if they wouldn't have took out that pitcher in Game 6, they would have went to a Game 7.
Everybody's talking about that. There's no point. They should have took him out. The man was on fire. Why did you take him out? Okay, but we digress. Let's go on to the next thing.
You hear that, Josh Perrin? You almost lost.
I knew you were going to bring him up. I knew it. I wasn't going to name names, but I knew he was in there somewhere. And Josh, when you hear this, I'm
okay,
sorry.
What's another one that you got?
Honestly, what is it? Travel a little bit, get to know this country better, losing some pounds. Things I want to do. I need to finish my cookbook, honestly. I just haven't done it, and I need to finish it next year. It shouldn't even really be taking me this long, but it's a cookbook. I need to get on my Julia vibes and just make the cookbook. But
we're going to be cooking.
So, I mean, I have the layout and everything for it. I just need to do it, and I need to start writing my book that's loosely based on my life. It's one thing I need to get on, quit procrastinating on it, and just do it.
Yeah. You gotta do it to it.
Mm-hmm.
Can't be messing around. Gotta get that stuff done.
Yeah, and self-publish it. Not just write it, but get it self-published. So.
Oh, that's a big task, but okay. I see where you're going with this.
Yeah, gotta do it. Kind of look forward. I'm gonna redecorate my living room and my bathroom. Yeah. I mean, that may not be big to some people, but sometimes a change of scenery helps out. I'll take it.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing, I mean, there's some, the way mine is set up, I'm going to rearrange some stuff around too. Like I have my work desk since I've been working from home in the extra spare bedroom, but I don't want it back there anymore. I want it to be up front, mainly because I can't hear when somebody rings the doorbell and knocks on the door.
True that.
And then, I want to be in the back room when they come in. Yeah, well, remember I moved, so the new place has a doorbell. The old one didn't have one.
I didn't even notice. Just always knock. Figure apartments, you're knocking.
Yeah, so the new one's got one, but the old one didn't. But just doing what I need to do, get things done.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I don't really have that much that I want to accomplish for next year. Perhaps read more. Okay, here's one. And I was starting off good a couple weeks ago, and I got lazy with it a couple days, hopped back on, got lazy again, and now I'm off of it, is learning Spanish through Duolingo. It's an app that actually helps, and I don't stick to it like I'm supposed to, and I need to just stick to it every day and do my 20 minutes every day.
Yeah.
Learning Spanish. Bazinga.
I will learn Spanish too. That's what I've been looking at some programs that I want to use to learn Spanish. And my goal isn't just learn it in like a year. Like I want to be by the end of next year, I want to be able to be good. But my goal is the next 4 years.
I want to learn it, and
be fluent in it.
Yeah, and I want to get fluent in it. Goals, learn it, be fluent in it. Because I live in an area, and with workmates, I live in a place where it will be used every single day of my life. I have no excuse as to why I don't know Spanish now. I'm just me being a flunky.
Hey, there's a lot of people who, there's somebody I know who's married to a Spanish person, and he don't really know any Spanish. He should. Talk to you.
I know who you talk. We already know who you talk about, Micah. So that's another one. I got to get on my A game, start doing stuff. I got to be more productive with myself. You know how they say, work on yourself first? It's one of the things I got to work on. I got to learn Spanish, open my mind.
I just think that I think I'm going to be more prepared for next year. For if this was to happen again, I can start getting things. This year was just kind of like a hit, and then I saw all these people baking and learn how to do stuff. And I was like, yeah, I want to do that too. And then I got kind of lazy, and I didn't really get into doing that stuff. And then now I'm more into like the motion of doing it. And I know you don't have to do that stuff,
right?
But it's kind of like I kind of wish like I would have put my mind to something, started in March, and then by now I would have been advanced or like a little bit into doing something already.
I see people baking bread and stuff. I'm not going to bake bread. I've already had this conversation before on the other podcast episodes where I'm like lazy kind of when it comes to cooking. I make good stuff, but I don't want to I don't want to take forever making things. And that's one of the bases of my cookbook as well, people. So when you see it, you're going to get it, because there's a lot of people like me out here in this world. I'm not gonna make friggin' homemade bread. I'm just not gonna do it. I will go without bread instead of making homemade bread. So let's be honest. Or I'll be eating off of tortillas, which you can do that on anything. So hang on if you want to.
I mean, the biggest accomplishment I got is this jalapeno plant, which ain't no jalapenos growing on this thing. I think I'm just growing a plant at this point.
Are you sure you got the right plant?
That's all that's in the ground was jalapeno seeds. But all there is just leaves. So I don't know what's going on.
Oh, you started growing it from seeds?
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to take a minute. Have faith. You have to have the hope and the faith in that one. It's grown from seeds. Trust me on this.
Mighty, jeez.
All right, so we got about 55 seconds left on this. This is a really good episode. I can kind of keep going on about it because there's more things that keep popping up in my head, and maybe later on in December when we do our other episodes, we will. But this is episode 20. We've made it through 20 episodes.
Woo, 20 episodes.
We've been doing all right. So right now, I'm just going to let you guys know where you can hit us up at, message us, let us know where you want to, what you want us to talk about. You can get us at Jib Jab Talk on Facebook, on Instagram. You also have email where you can message us, jibjabtalk@gmail.com. We don't always have to say your name. If you don't want us to say your name in something, just let us know on that. It's no problem. We try not to say last names, but it happens sometimes. Micah, Josh Perry.
Yeah.
So, all right, that's it. We're out. Say bye.
Bye, everybody.